Hey, Shalom Markins, Rakam Akapash from GMS London. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Chachwadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the whole for that's pushing his truth in all sincerity. Back in here with another video. You see the article here, some Sky News. Um, you know, Elon making Edom making great progress with these brain C hips. All right. And, the world is going to marvel at this technology, which was once thought to be science fiction, conspiracy. Oh, they ain't going to put brain and C hips in people's heads. They ain't going to ever do that. They ain't going to. But here we are. Here we are today, right? And we told you, beginning of the elders and apostles, right, that, these days would come, right? And the day where Esau brings out the MOTB for the masses is coming, right? Where you're going to be, forced to, receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, right? And, we've been showing you the examples over the years of these things taking place and the progress made, being made towards it. And, you've had scoffers and scorners, there used to be a lot more of them. But as you can see, these things are manifested, man. And so a lot of them are become more quiet. But there's still people out there that die, that this is happening, that this hasn't got nothing to do with the MOTB written in Revelation chapter 13. You still got those out there that, are just in denial. But, it is what it is. The majority of people ain't going to see this and they're going to get caught up in this and be destroyed. But, speaking about, the time of trouble that's coming upon this earth, man, because you marvel in what Esau is able to do, the technology he's been given, right? Or what he's able to do with it. Don't believe. Well, it's going to give you false sense of security with Esau and what he's capable of doing, all right? And this trust that you're going to have that he can save you, or he has the power to save you in the time of trouble, is going to be misplaced. Because in fact, he's doing the very opposite. He's leading everyone, into perdition along with himself. Okay, the man of perdition, the son of perdition, right? And despite what he can do, because on the surface of things, these things are crazy achievements. What Esau was able to do with his technology, right? But don't believe for a second that this man has the capability of saving you in the time of trouble. He can't, because he himself is in the firing line from the Most High, and nobody can escape the judgment of the Heavenly Father, man. All right. So these miracles that he's able to do on the left-hand side, man, they seem impressive on a certain level, but on the whole, these ain't really nothing to marvel at, right? Compared to the power that resides on the right-hand side. Okay, any miracles that have been done, by men on the right-hand side, But let's get into some of this article and grab some scriptures, right? It says human implanted with Neuralink brain chip can control computer mouse just by thinking, Elon Musk says, right? In the first update since January, Musk said the patient is making good progress. The billionaire hopes the technology will eventually be able to treat obesity. Now that's a big one. Everybody is suffering from obesity out here, man. And everybody's looking for a quick way to fucking lose weight, right? Because the man don't want to get the diet right and don't want to work out, don't want to do no exercise, right? So yeah, the man that be like, oh yeah, that sounds great, all right. So you're gonna have people being sold on this, how great this technology is and what it could do, and everyone's gonna be, oh my god, how great is this? But it's just leading you, it's just baiting you into this snare that Esau is developing, right? To have everybody marked, okay? Which I'm gonna grab that now. Actually, I want to grab that. All right, I'll come out. Let me just read there. I'll read from verse 14 here, right? It says, Revelations 13 and 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, right? These miracles. Oh, he can make a man to walk. He can make a man to see now. Or he can make you lose weight. Or he can, stop you having schizophrenia or Alzheimer's or whatever, you know, Parkinson's. He can stop you shaking. You know, these all sound like amazing things that he's able to do through his technology and through his research, his science, his science teams and whatever. Because these are things that trouble people, understandably, man. But all these things are judgments of the Heavenly Father. Why a person has a certain thing, and it's Esau that is the one trying to overcome what the Most High have put in place, right? Through left hand means, by doing things that he shouldn't be doing. With his transhumanism talk, these are things that shouldn't be explored, right? Cutting up your flesh and giving yourself bionic limbs and all this kind of stuff here, all this shit, all right? But these people will believe on Esau and his capabilities rather than pray upon the Lord, praying to the Lord for healing and forgiveness and so on, right? And they bypass the things the Most High have put here on the planet to be healed of, like the herbs and stuff like that. They'll rather just go straight to Esau because he got the answer for everything apparently. Not knowing that these methods, they're unsavory, man. Okay, they're not right. They're the ways of wickedness, right? And so everybody that partakes in that wickedness, man, is going to be destroyed along with him. All right. So and deceive them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, right? So again, we're going to come to this stage where, this world is going to be in a whole heap of trouble, much more than it is now. And, as a solution to the troubled times that we're going to be living in, these governments are going to push this mark, right? And like I said, you're seeing it now. You're seeing it being implemented. Okay, these are the first signs of them publicly bringing it out. But things like this have been going on for a while. Even with the RFID implantable, that people have been taking in their hands and stuff like that. It's been going on. It's just not adopted on a mass level yet. Okay, but we've been seeing these things. We've been watching for these things, right? And so there's going to come a time where this is going to be pushed out there upon the world, right? Rich and poor, small and great, free and bond, right? Because that's what Esau's ambition, right? To get everybody sea hipped, but he's not going to be able to do that, completely, because you're going to have those that resist, all right? And these types of individuals will be those that are on Esau's hit list to do away with or in prison, or whatever. All right. So, like I said, we're seeing this moment shaping. Okay, with this technology that is being touted out there as the next, kind of miracle drug type thing. The new miracle that Esau was able to do. And it says verse 17, that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right. So this is going to be a quintessential piece of technology that you're going to need to have to be able to function, to operate in this new society that Esau is creating. Right, you're going to need it. Okay. So yeah, Elon's able to treat all these things apparently, right? So this sounds great to the majority of people out here, because everyone either has one of these conditions or knows someone that has one of these conditions, a loved one or something, and they would love them for them to live normal lives and whatever. So they're going to encourage one another to get these things and do these things because it's being sold to them as something good. Okay, but really is leading you down the path of destruction. All right. So the first human patient implanted with a brain chip from Elon's company Neuralink can control a computer mouse just by thinking, the billionaire said. Right. So you got some sort of cyberkinetic abilities. You got kind of like some miniature superpowers going on. Some psychokinesis or some shit. Right. It says, Musk, who started the company in 2016, said the patient seems to have fully recovered and the company is now trying to get as many mouse button clicks as possible from them. Progress is good. The patient seems to have made a full recovery with no ill effects that we are aware of, Musk said during an event on Spaces, a way to have live audio conversation on X. Okay. See another platform of his, right? Spaces. Okay. So Musk has previously said the aim of the brain chip is to eventually allow users with disabilities like Stephen Hawking to communicate faster than an auctioneer. He also said it would be able to potentially treat obesity, autism, depression, and schizophrenia. The process works by using a robot to surgically means you got to cut. You have to cut into the flesh. And that's what we've been telling you, man. That's what the karagama is. And stezo, okay, to prick. Right? You have to make incisions in the flesh. And that's how it's implemented, man, through cuts in the flesh. Oh, it's not talking about it. It's a spiritual thing. No, it's not. Esau doesn't do things spiritually, right? He's a carnal man, right? And his technology is carnal, right? And the only way he's going to get it inside you, man, is if he opens you up, all right? And that is his mark, okay? He's branded, right? Anyone that takes that, right? So, surgically place a brain-computer interface implant in a region of the brain that controls the intention to move, right? And Esau's been studying, and researching this stuff for years and years, right? About how to control elements of the brain, the signals that get sent, to the brain, right? That can control your emotions, control your hunger, right? That's why how they would be able to combat obesity by controlling your hunger spikes. Make you dislike certain foods, foods that you like to eat, them fucking cakes and shit, make you dislike it. You can do all that shit. He's just got to, find the right, network in your brain and attack it, mess with it. All right. But like I said, on the surface, this sounds all good, but what's really happening is that he's leading you down this path of destruction, right? So let me grab this first, and we'll jump back into that article, right? It says Revelations 14:9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, you think it's a good idea that this guy is in charge, he's, he can do all this, and he's got the technology and the power, he's got the military, he's got all this stuff going on for him. Okay, we need this guy to rule over us because, we'll be lost without him. It'll be a great loss, So you'll be down with his system. You'll be down with the system he's trying to create. All right. So if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Right? That's the judgment. Because you've sided with Esau, with Satan, over the Most High. Okay, to depart from the ways of righteousness and to declare yourself, property of the wicked. Okay? And so you will be judged with such a man. Okay? So the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Right, so that's what's going to happen to these people that are deluded and deceived by this devil, and thinking that this is there's nothing wrong with this, there's no harm in doing this and whatever, right? That there isn't going to be no judgment for taking this, and you're being silly, right? You're just crazy, religious nuts, right? All this kind of talk, right? These people are going to have all these reasons, excuses not to believe the things we've been saying, and they're going to end up in this position here, in this situation, which they ain't going to like. Okay. And there's a part in here. Alright, not that part. Right here, right. So I'm gonna start in this paragraph at the top here, but I'm going to start halfway down, right? It says Musk has misled investors about the safety of its technology after veterinary records showed problems with the implants on monkeys, right? Including paralysis, seizures, and brain swelling, right? So this is what was happening to some of these monkeys that this was being tested on before it entered into humans, right? And it's just going to be like the same, right? Because they will say, oh, it's completely safe, but it's not completely safe. It's not safe at all, to be fair, right? But you're gonna be convinced that it is. And what chapter is it? 16. Here we are. Yeah, 16. Verse 16 tells you this, right? These guys that take take the mark, right? This is what they're gonna go through, right? And you can see that there's space for this, right? Because man are saying that these monkeys were suffering. They suffered after taking it, right? So the Most High gonna make sure you suffer, right? They have paralysis, seizures, and brain swelling, right? But what is the Most High gonna do to you? So before you're destroyed, you're gonna suffer, right? Let's start from the top, verse 1, right? So, and I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, "Go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of God upon the earth." And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. Right? So you're gonna be plagued with grievous sores, man, cancerous sores. Okay, you're gonna be in a lot of pain, right? Because it's gonna adversely react to your body, man. Because these things are not meant to be in there. All right, so your body's gonna react to these things and cause you a great amount of pain, man. Just like these monkeys, cause these monkeys pain. All right. All right, but that's the article. And so you can trust in Esau's abilities, his technology, his power, his miracles, and whatever, man. But he can't save you, man. Esau can't save you from the time to come. All right. This is Ezekiel 28, verse 2. So, son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, okay, which represents Esau in this time. So, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. And that's Esau's, his mindset, man. He believes he's so proud now that he believes he's like God because he can do these impressive things. He feels like he has the abilities like a God. Right? This is and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of God, right? Because he sits in the power seat right now over the earth. He's the one in power. He's elites, right? So in the midst of the seas, okay, in the midst of the nations, right? So yet thou art a man and not God. You're a mortal. You're just a mortal, man. Okay, you don't have the ability, the power, the majesty that the Most High has. You don't. The understanding, you don't. Okay? You don't live forever. Okay, you have none of these aspects. But because you're so gassed in your, carnal abilities, okay, you think that you're on some sort of level. Okay, but like I said, you are a man and not God. So though thou set thy mind as the heart of God, you set thy mind as the mind of God because you're trying to play God. All right. Well, I read that already. So this is Matthew 24, verse 24, right? It says, for there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Right. So despite the fact that Esau is capable of all these feats, these abilities in these last days, we're not going to be, the elect are not going to be deceived by these things. They're not going to suddenly believe that Esau has the capability of saving them from the Lord's judgment. Right, because this is what it ultimately is. Everything that's happening and is about to happen is the Lord's judgment. It's not just some random event that's taking place that, is happening of his own accord. It's the Most High bringing judgment and wrath upon the earth. And the only one that can save you from that is the Most High himself. Esau can't do a damn thing about it. Even though he's going to make you feel like, he's going to make you turn to him and trust in him and believe in him that he can somehow, get us through everything, man. Okay, when he's a proponent of it, the Most High is using him to bring this chaos, man. He's part of this judgment. right? But people don't understand this, right? So the elect know exactly what's going on, and they ain't gonna be deceived by all these so-called miracles that Esau's able to bring about on the left hand side, right? It's 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11 said, lest Satan should get an advantage of us. For we are not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant of what it is that Esau's doing and why he's bringing it out, why he's putting it in place, what he plans to do with it. Okay, we're not ignorant. We're not going to get snared in his trap, Lord willing. We'll be of the elect. Okay? This is Isaiah chapter 30 verse 1 says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me. See, the elect, they take counsel of the Heavenly Father and his word. And so they understand what's going on. They understand what things they should be, staying away from, things they should be prepared for. All right, but these people out here, they don't give no credence to the Heavenly Father's word, and so they go around, the simple walk by it and are punished because they're not paying attention. Okay, and not taking it, serious, right? It says that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. And again, they take counsel not of the Lord, but of Esau. Okay, and people like Elon and these guys that come out with these things, they take counsel of them. Those are the people they want to listen to, want to hear and want to listen to. But the Heavenly Father, they don't. Okay. It says, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. To further your sin, to do worse, to do those things that the Lord strictly told you not to do. Right? The Most High strictly told us not to take that mark. Okay, but you're gonna add a whole heap more sin upon yourself by transgressing that commandment. Hence why guys gonna get burnt up out here. Right? This is verse 2. Said that walk to go down into Egypt, okay, which represents Esau, beginning of America. That is the pinnacle of his empire, right? And have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. Because you have to imagine that, right? Elon Musk, where does he reside? Who's he work for? He's in America, right? This technology is coming out of America, right? It's just like a lot of things come out of there, at Silicon Valley and all that kind of stuff. Even down to their doctrines, their philosophies, it comes out of America and infects the rest of the world, right? And people believe in those things, and the American way of living, American freedom and liberty and all this shit. People believe in that, This is to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt, right? You trust in this place. You trust in Esau that he's got something up his sleeve that he can do anything. Just give him enough time, he could do anything. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, right? Trusting in Esau and his abilities and what you think he's capable of doing, man, is going to be your shame because Esau's going to fall short, terribly short. Right, and again, Esau's really plotting against you, man. He's not for the people. He's actually planning to use these things against you. So it's going to become a shame unto you, man. Right? And the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion. All right? You ain't going to understand what's going on, man. Okay, you're just going to be, ignorant and blind. Okay, and going to get caught up in all of this. Because you thought Esau was a safe bet, and he ain't. Is Isaiah 36 verse 6 says, lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed, right? The Most High is judging this place, man. Okay, his kingdom is really falling apart because it's we're in the end times. Right? His kingdom is about to be on its way out. All right, but you're gonna trust in it still. You're gonna have all this hell and this chaos, man. But you're gonna trust in Esau because you don't have no faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? So lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt. Okay, on Esau, beginning of America, right? Whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. Right? It's gonna harm you. Right? And ironically enough, it's kind of shapes up for you taking the MOTB because you have to have your hand pierced to receive his mark. Right? But it's not going to be for your benefit. It's not going to be to no good. Okay? It's going to do you harm. Right? So where if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and to all that trust in him. Right? You're going to be hurt, harmed by trusting in this man. You're gonna go down with him. Right? So we're going to close out with this. This is Isaiah 31 verse 1. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. You'll be running to these I don't know, these government stations or whatever to try and get your C-hip, right? So you can get your rations, so you can get food and water and your provisions. You're going to run down there when all hell is breaking loose because you want someone to protect you. You're going to want the army to protect you, and you're going to want to be safe and all these things, right? So a lot of you are going to run down there, queue up and do whatever you need to do, to receive this mark, right? Because you feel like it's the only way for you to survive, man. All right? So, and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many. I said they got the military there. They can help, right? They can defend you and protect you, right? Because they are many. And in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. Okay, that is where we're meant to be looking. Because like I said, the only reason these things are happening upon the earth is because the Lord is bringing judgment against this place. And the only one that can deliver you from the Most High's hand is himself. Because no one can deliver you from the Most High. Nobody. Okay, not even the great Esau and all this technology that he's acquired. He can't deliver you from the hand of the Heavenly Father. Okay. It says, yet he also is wise and will bring evil. I will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. Now the Egyptians are men and not God. These Edomites, these elites, they're men again. They're just men, right? And not God. And their horse is flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is helped, that's what hoping is helped, shall fall down, and they shall fail together. All right, it's just going to end badly, man. As we read in Revelation 14. Okay, it's going to end badly for those that trust in this man, that believe this man can deliver you from, the evil that's going to come upon this place. Just because you're mesmerized with what he's able to do. But the Most High can do more and greater. Right? And for the elect, they're going to turn to Yahweh Shem Yahushua in that time of trouble. Okay, and be delivered. Esau can't deliver you, man. Okay, in fact, he gonna get you condemned. All right, so with that, all this has been edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video. So till next time, I say shalom.